Greetings in love and light, fellow Earth traveler. If you clicked on this video, there is a message for you here from Shadow and Light. We begin with the lights on to look at the light aspects of these cards pulled here, after which we will turn out the lights to see the cards glow in the dark and to look at any shadow aspects needing to be reviewed. Every card has shadow and light aspects. Both give meaning to each other and work together to provide wisdom for you in whatever way you interpret this reading to mean for yourself. I will be your guide through this video, but as always, I invite you to please take what resonates and leave what does not, because you are the magician of your own life's path, and you have the intuition to interpret these cards in whichever way your soul most needs. So we have our cards in past, present, and future formation with the 3 cards set out here. We'll look at the first one, which is the Star card, a major arcana card, which signifies major life events. The second card in the present position is the 2 of Pentacles, okay? And the third one here in the future position is the Knight of Swords. Interesting, okay. So again, we have past, present, and future here. Let's look at the Star card first, though, which I want to start off mentioning. It could be of interest to you that 2 videos ago, the Star card was actually drawn as the future card, and now with it being drawn as the past card, if this resonates for you, it could mean that these 2 videos could be flowing into one another. If you wanted to go back and check out that video, it, I believe, is called something along the lines of Divine Masculine. So now with the Star card in the past position, the light aspect of the Star card is hope and optimism. So it seems to me that it could be indicating that there was some sort of event, major life event in the past that could have restored hope or renewed some sort of faith or hope in an endeavor in your life. So some sort of starlight has shown the way for you, lit the way for you, which brings you to the present position, which is the 2 of Pentacles, which in light represents that you're good at juggling multiple activities or responsibilities, and you're not allowing them to make you overwhelmed or stressed out. You're able to handle the situation, even though you've in the material world, you've got lots of things that you're juggling right now. But in light, it means that you're keeping things in balance still. Now, that does bring us to the future card, which is the Knight of Swords. The court cards kind of carry 2 meanings to them. As a court card, as a knight, it represents activity. And as a sword card, the element of sword or the suit of swords represents mental or intellectual. So putting them together, you have mental activity going on. And so in the light aspect, this mental activity could be bold thinking or confidence or pursuing a trail of thinking that is not worried about mental obstacles getting in the way. Now, I have an oracle card that I'm going to draw here, which might contain an additional message for you. But first, we're going to turn out the lights to review the shadow aspects of these cards. And while I'm shuffling these oracle cards to draw one, I invite you to please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It's free to subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, of course, and it helps push these videos out there to potentially help someone else today. At any time during this video, though, please also feel free to let me know in the comments how you are interpreting these messages for yourself today. So we'll look at that oracle card once I turn the lights back on, but first let's turn them off and look at the shadow aspects of these cards, starting with the Star card, which in shadow could represent some sort of unrealistic hope, maybe a delusional wish, or maybe feeling emotionally drained, depleted, or some sort of pessimism in your past, or lacking hope in your past. Which brings us to the present position with the 2 of Pentacles in shadow, which now is representing perhaps juggling too many activities, the juggling act going on too long, or the inability to multitask, or maybe some sort of instability with financial, health, or work, something not able to focus on in the material world. And that brings us to the Knight of Swords in shadow, which now represents perhaps being too rash with your conclusions, with your thinking, too rigid and inflexible in your thinking, maybe too opinionated or reckless in your communication. Now let's turn the lights back on here, though, to integrate both shadow and light meanings and to review our oracle card message I drew earlier. Remember, though, to use your own intuition to interpret what is needed from shadow and light today for you, and let me know about it in the comments below. Also, if you do get something out of this video, you might resonate too with the music my spouse and I create in our band called Fenwick and the Futures. We actually have a shadow light choose your own path music adventure that you can experience for free on our website too, so be sure to check all that out afterwards if it feels of interest to you. It's all linked below. So before we look at the oracle card though, if I were watching this video for myself, now understanding both shadow and light meanings of each of these cards, I would interpret that this might be saying, well, using the light aspect of the star card, I would say there was some sort of optimistic event that happened in my past, which brings me to the light aspect of my present position, having things that I'm juggling, but in the light aspect of the Two of Pentacles, it's not necessarily more than I can carry, but maybe I'm weighing decisions of which direction to go with the material world, which path to take in my present position, which maybe I then use the shadow aspect of the Knight of Swords in saying that I'm not thinking things through well enough. Maybe I'm attacking things head on without fully weighing out both of my options or all of my options with the Two of Pentacles. I'm being too rash in my thinking and making a decision on these different paths that I could choose in my present position. But with all that, let's go ahead and turn over this oracle card to give us some sort of confirmation about what this spread really could mean. And we have the Venus card. Oh, wow. Interesting. So the Venus card represents divine feminine, as you can see down there, which is just really fascinating because as I started out this reading, that's direct confirmation of what I was saying. The star card being in the the future position in the previous video that I did on divine masculinity. Now the star card is in the past position, and it's as if we're moving forward and now taking a deeper look into the other aspect of our energy, which is the feminine. So we've got the divine masculine and now the divine feminine. Really fascinating stuff here. Let's see what the oracle card, the oracle book says on this Venus card and the divine feminine. The message here says, have you lost connection with your feminine energy, your intuition and creativity? Or are you a passionate romantic who has lost sight of the romance in your world? Learn to listen to the voice of your heart rather than always reacting from your head, which that's interesting because, reacting from the head is that Knight of Swords energy in the shadow aspect of the Knight of Swords, just being rash and charging forward and not feeling things through, but only using the intellectual side of our energy rather than also integrating it with the spiritual and emotional, which I would say is represented in that star card. So you have this person in the middle of the Two of Pentacles really juggling on the left hand, the spiritual emotional side, the intuitive thinking, the divine feminine, maybe in that star card, with the divine masculine of action in the Knight of Swords. They're juggling both, in this material world, trying to find the balance between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Anyway, really cool stuff here as all these videos are kind of flowing into each other. As we wrap up this message, though, I invite you again, if you haven't already, to please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below, what do the shadow and light aspects of these cards mean for you right now? And above all else, thank you for being here. Thank you for being you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.